I ask a question?
Yes.
I think everybody has this experience with rescue that, like with Liberty, I'm using Prong Collar, and I also use an e-collar with her. She's available for adoption, so when I post pictures on our Facebook page, even though our board of directors is fine with an modest use of an e-collar, the Prong Collar and everything, I gotta watch how I take pictures of her, because if people see a Prong Collar or something like that, we have adopters and people that follow us that absolutely go ballistic. There was an adopter that she's a positive trainer, and I posted a picture of Liberty. She has a lot of fur, so the Prong Collar was hidden, but she's got GPS on her collar because she's a flight risk.
Yep.
And right away I got hammered because I have an e-collar on. I said, it's a goddamn GPS. But anyway, my point is, it's really hard to show people how you made progress, but then to get, let's say, an adopter to accept that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you. Sometimes that's really hard to make that leap, because if she does good, she needs to do good at the new home with the same principles.
Yeah.
And I think everybody in rescue has that same problem.
And it's a great,
I don't know how you cross over sometimes.
Well, that's a great question.
It's a problem.
Yeah. It had us have to change the things we had at our shelter. So we had to put in a social media policy. Like, if you're bashing our decisions publicly and you're a volunteer or shelter or anything associated with our rescue or shelter, unfortunately you're going to be banned from the shelter. You are causing more problems to the shelter and making dogs not adoptable, making cats not adoptable because of your actions. We had to kick out like 100 people. Literally 100 people had to leave the center for the and it was because of crap going on like that. But, from that positive side of mind though, that's why I stress on this shit, because it's a good thing you bring it up. I get social media attacked by thousands. And sometimes I let my temper get ahead of me, because I'm just like, wait a minute, now you're attacking my kids? You're saying shit about the kids? What the hell they do? We're talking about saving a damn dog's life at the shelter. I got a positive only behaviorist down Reisner Vet. I don't ever recommend going to it. But they did a video. They took my video of me working with Trey and using remote communication and shared it. They have 22,000 followers. There is not one dog training video from this dog trainer on their Facebook page or YouTube or anything. Not one. 22,000 followers. I got such social media harassment, it was like relentless. I still get it. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to keep posting videos, and I'm going to show my work. Unless you can show me you doing something, shut your mouth. That's exactly what the response
I posted a photo of her at Home Depot, and she's terrified of everything. She's just terrified. And she was sitting long leash. She was doing okay, but she happened to be sitting on her tail, and this positive only trainer.
Look how scared she is.
Yeah, said, "Oh my God, she's petrified. I hope you give her some relief." Her tail's between her legs, and I was so.
It's
pissed.
like I'm not even having a dog walk on a burning hot coals right now.
Yeah,
Just sitting.
I was so pissed off. I said, "Actually, tail between her legs is progress."
Yeah.
It's progress, because she's sitting there, and she's working
I would
through
never come on and say anything like that, because I have no idea what type of dog you work with.
Yeah,
I don't know the history.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. Anyway.
This is the thing, this is good. I'd like you to follow Ed Fawley, near birth. He's been training for 60 years. I met this guy. He's a cool dude. His son is a Navy veteran. He's also trained. You should see the amount of hate they get. I just shared an article they wrote on positive reinforcement training, and he hit it dead on. Like, he said exactly what I wanted to say. They'll sit there and do that stuff, but they will never, ever, ever show their work. Ever. There's never a video of them actually training a difficult dog, and you never see them come to the shelters and rescues that I work with. I don't see them.
And
Ever.
they will always say, oh, it'll take years to get through this.
Oh yeah, years. No, it doesn't. We could get this through this real quick. What's
I
the
don't
dog
have
doing?
years.
Oh, it's jumping? Just use a pet corrector. You know, doggy don't. We don't need to sit there and throw food on the ground and beg that the dog understands it. Let's really show them how to understand. And it just aggravates me that somebody would do that to me. If I seen that, I would probably say something on there myself.
Well, I
They
tried
want-
to be polite, but
Yeah, but I mean, they want it to be like the UK. The UK banned remote collar, and the prong collars are sold on pretty much the black market. They are euthanizing dogs at a higher rate than they've ever seen before in the shelters. This is all data and backed up euthanization rates. You can Google it. It's unbelievable that positive reinforcement is killing that many dogs. Right now, as we speak, it's killing dogs over there. Another dog's being euthanized now, another dog's being euthanized right now. All because of that nonsense crap. And, you know, it just aggravates. If we're not out here talking about it, they're going to shut us down. Their goal when they shared that to Reisner was to shut down my business. That's a text message screenshot. So, what is the goal of it? If your work isn't good, why do you have to freaking bully somebody else? That makes no damn sense. What, because you can't show your work? You can't do the work? Because of your insecurities, don't make my life hell. I'm showing my work and showing you, how to help the dogs. You know, it's, I can't tell you the amount of bull crap I get every day from that side. I'm not going to sit there and have a Kit Kat bar in my hand and say, Summer, come on, get over here, sit there. But that means that's completely force-free. Because there's also a force-free movement in this area, too. That means you can't have a leash on the dog, right? So I'm never going to say that I'm force-free or this and that. I'm never going to lie to the public about it. I don't know why some trainers do that, where they're lying to the public, and unfortunately dogs are being returned, and they won't even work with the dog if it's an issue, because they can't use the force-free on the dog. It's a lie to the public. So you can't have a leash on the dog for it to be force-free. Positive only, you can't really have a leash on the dog either. Because if there's any tension on it when you use a dog, all these tools could be used wrong. So I don't care if there's a harness on the dog, I don't care if there's a snap. If you took the dog and it was in a harness and body slammed him into a place command, that's the wrong way to go, right? So when we're talking about training tools, I'm pretty sure some of you definitely get a prong collar on. You might get a dirty look from somebody before, and what the hell is a prong collar? The prong collar is actually, it's not just my opinion and experience, but you can buy Dr. Kamen's book. It's on Amazon. It's like $40, but he's a world-known veterinary chiropractor. And prong collar is the safest tool for the dog. That is his exact quote. It does no damage to the dog. Neck. It never has. The pictures that you may see on the internet, that with the holes in the dog's neck, that's because some asshole put the damn prong collar on as a puppy and never took it off. So the prongs grew into the dog's skin. That's the only way that would happen. Being involved in shelter stuff, I've seen assholes have harnesses on dogs, and the damn skin grew over the harness. It was so tight. It had to be surgically removed. So every tool could be used wrong. Coming out of the crate should be something like this. All right? Until you release them out of this crate. This was taught. This takes time. Start breaking. So like that there, it's going to take time. People give up on the crate after like 2 or 3 days because the dog's whining and carrying on. They can't take it anymore. Dog's not crate trained. Dog's crate trained, so we have to spend time with it. We got to make it as clear communication as possible that dog should be in that crate just sitting there hanging out. didn't have to say a word. Again, vibrate on the remote. Tell her where to go. Scott. Yeah. That is the least aversive dog training tool I was talking about. I don't care if you have a leash and you just went like this and did much more pressure than what I just did. Today, believe it or not, in the training world, there is a lot of miscommunication on shelter and rescue stuff. I see this crap all the time, where they think that shelters and rescues and stuff they don't do any work, and they're all in it for the money. And I swear to God, this stuff, you've probably heard it before, but it's on my colleagues' training pages, and I go toe-to-toe with them about it because that's bullshit, all right? I'm the vice president of the Center for Animal Health and Welfare since 2005. My wife was the canine manager, and then we were training on and off. And since we put our training techniques I'm going to show you guys today, we have not euthanized a dog for behavior issues in 3 years. PETA is euthanizing 90% a year, and the national average on return rate is 50% a year. Ours is 8%. Why is that? It has a lot to do with how we send the dog out, and then also the follow-up. So I'm going to give you a formula here today to show you how to have this. All of my dogs are adopted. I have 7. I would have a lot more, but Jessica says no. Been doing this way too long. 38 years alive. Not been out without a dog in my household, and I never really had one dog. And there's been dogs in my home throughout my entire life. When I go on vacation, it's a little weird because I'm not around dogs. I go away for a week. I'm like, oh shit, it's too quiet or something, you know?
Yeah, but then you pick one up in California.
Yeah,
right now, bring them back with you.
Or I go to Jamaica and I'm like with Jessica and I'm like, man, a whole shitload of dog noise. I look out the window, there's a bunch of puppies on the side. So then I'm going to the buffet and feeding these dogs every day, you know? Talk about anxiety. He lost a leg over it, you know? Now, we're going to go over how we got there. We're also going to go over the tools. Tools are important. I had this conversation about training tools because there's a big push to go toolless, pretty much. There's a big push for you not to ride on a horse anymore. You can't have a saddle on the horse. It's a bunch of nonsense. All right. I've never seen somebody train a horse with just a carrot. All right, just a carrot, okay, and nothing else. So I don't understand how the dog species should be the only species on this planet where we're talking that we should only have a piece of food and lure them. I don't train my kids that way. You know, why am I training the dog this way? I say it's the same. It's a different species, same concept. That's like I'm writing a book right now, so there's some of the quotes that then I don't need the can anymore. So remember, anytime that you're stimulating a dog's ears, you are applying pressure to the dog's ears. This is a fact. So if you're raising your voice all the time to talk to them or you scream at them, it's kind of like blowing an air horn in our ear. Every dog should be crate trained, in my opinion. I get people on my page sometimes, and they're like, the crate's a prison, all this crap, blah, blah. But, you know, that's an opinion. But the fact is, this is the greatest place for the dog. It's the safest place. And they never really say that to the police canine officers. Their dogs are crated all the time. They have to be. They're in the car driving around, police canine officers in a crate, comes out, does his job, goes back. There's nothing wrong with crating the dog. It gives them a sense of security. So we don't want the dog to like having this anxiety on making a decision. How do we get them in the crate? I show them what I want them to do. I don't ask them, right? So I don't say, do you want to go in the crate? That's like me asking my kid, do you want to go to school tomorrow? The kid's like, I don't know. I thought I was supposed to go to school, Dad. I don't know if you should go to school. You want to go to school? I don't know. Dad, should I go to school? I don't know. Everyone's going to start having anxiety because we can't make a damn decision. And it's a decision I should be telling the kids about. You know? So that's the same thing with the dog. We should be giving the dog guidance. There's a dog training book that we're reading at the training center, dogs like to obey, it's a quote, that gives them a sense of security. That is true. Person of the week is killed by a pack of wild dogs. Last week was a 19-year-old girl, the week before that, a 20-year-old guy. And I've seen them going through Virginia. You're driving down the highway, you might see a pack of wild dogs. These are not friendly dogs. This is like a pack of wolves running around. Why are these dogs having a pack? You know, it's part of what's still in them from the wolf. They can still work out this hierarchy. If not, they should all be killing each other. Because if there's no pack order, the dogs should be killing each other. That's a fact. So if there is pack order, they're working there's a movement out that says that pack theory doesn't exist. That's more mainly from the positive reinforcement dog training community. But that's a lie. If it didn't exist, then the dogs would not be able to work as a team in Detroit, Virginia, running around with wild packs and working together, feeding, communicating dog. I want the least aversiveness communication to the dog. I don't care if I'm giving a verbal or I'm giving a little touch. So if it's like this, that's all I want. That's it. All right. Yeah. What's up, Trey? What's up, little man?
So cute. I love his nose.
Good little buddy.
Oh, you're cute. You're crying. So is that how he lost his leg?
Hey, Siler, yeah, he's a lovely. It's a little man.
Wait, you have apple.
So now that I got a working level, Trey, good. There's no leash pressure. That's why I say it's the least adversive. The leash pressure, no matter what hat on the dog, tension's there, no way. When you feel this, I'm going to show you what it feels like. We're all going to test it on each other. I'm going to say I don't feel it. That's because it's the least amount of pressure to the dog, the least adversive dog treatment. Again, going back in the crate. Remember, this dog hated the crate. I keep saying this. He hated the crate so much, he ended up losing the leg over the shit. Goes into the crate willingly. If he does this walk, has she ever been on here?
She has one at home.
Okay.
Well, she has one with the bed on.
Okay. We can just walk her on. This is different, something different. Good. So imagine you're fostering a dog, you get one at the shelter, and you're just doing this stuff. The 15 minutes a day of doing this is not only mental and physical, it's mental and physical exercise. Instead of taking the dog out and just throwing a tennis ball a million times with no purpose behind it and then putting him back in the kennel. So we just brought him up to a high energy and put him back in the kennel on the high energy. Good. Go inwards a little bit more. Yep, that's where it sits here.
Sit.
And then go in towards your chest with the food. So you kind of have the dog look at the food, and then you kind of going to bring it out, and the dog's legs are going to come out. So then you're going to get up, you're going to drop the leash,